Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, April 21st, and this is the search news we covered. I have the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. A lot of interesting and big news this week. We got Google confirming they're working on a brand new, all-new search engine. Meanwhile, they're working on Project Magi, or whatever you want to call it, Magi, which is going to build AI into the current search engine. The Google April 2023 reviews update seems to having more tremors, big time yesterday and the day before. Google Page Experience, mobile tools, and other things are going away. The helpful content guidance was updated to include Page Experience and other things. Also, you should note that Google has removed some retired search engine algorithm updates, which I'll get into, which is really weird, and I'll get into that. FAQ, schema, rich results are dropping in the mobile results. Generative AI is going to be used in Google Ads and so much more. So definitely stay tuned. We've got a lot to discuss. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Wix. Thank you, Wix. They're a great CMS. They have a new monthly SEO newsletter called Searchlight. It's a great name, by the way. And you can go ahead and subscribe at wix.com/SEO/learn/subscribe. Again, wix.com/SEO/learn/subscribe. Check them out. Searchlight. All right, so the big news this week was that Google has told the New York Times that they're working on an all-new search engine. This all-new search engine seems to be bringing back personalization. Personalization was something that Google launched over a decade ago, and then they said, hey, personalized search does not add any value or any relevancy update or any relevancy impact in a positive way to the Google search results, so they removed it. And Google's saying they're going to be using AI to improve and modernize the search engine. And they specifically said a far more personalized experience than the company's current service, attempting to anticipate users' needs. Modernizing its search engine has become an obsession at Google, and planned change could put the new AI technology in phones and homes all over the world. Again, we'll see what comes out. There's no ETA when this is going to come out. There's no timeline, but it is coming. This is no surprise, of course. Google's under pressure to go ahead and do something here. Also, Project Magi is coming really soon in the next month or so, where Google's going to make smaller adaptations to the current Google search results to bring in more AI features, such as help searchers exactly transact in search results. So if they do a search and they actually let them complete the task, which has been the holy grail of search, is task completion, which no search engine really has been totally successful in doing. Like buying shoes or booking flights, it says here as well. So we'll see what happens there. That should be coming in the next month or so. Plus, there's a lot of features there. And SEOs are asking, is SEO dead? It's not dead yet. We will see. Talking about updates, Google has seemed to push out another update to the April reviews update, the Google April 2023 reviews update. So we saw a lot of chatter and things going on over when it first launched. And now I did a report. Also, I updated the story to include an April 20th update. A lot more chatter, a lot more spikes. It seemed to be much bigger than when Google first launched the April 2023 reviews update. This new spike not only was spikes in the actual tracking tools yesterday around April 20th, but also a significant amount of chatter from SEOs in the industry. So if you did see significant changes on April 20th or around April 20th, you are definitely not alone. There's a lot going on with that April 2023 reviews update, and it seems to be big. Google has updated its guidance around how to write helpful content. Specifically, the big thing is Google added a new section to the creating helpful content guide or guidance guide called for page experience. And that topic says provide a great page experience. Google's core ranking systems look to reward content that provides a good page experience. Site owners seeking to be successful with our system should not focus only on one or two aspects of page experience. Instead, check if you're providing an overall great experience across many aspects. For more advice, then check out their page experience thing. And then Google also added something about EAT, which is something they had for a while. Just keep that in mind. This is not, again, you shouldn't confuse this with any algorithm update. In fact, Google's kind of downplaying page experience overall, saying it's not a requirement for ranking in Google search. It's not a specific signal. Google has many signals, and basically it's just a core value. Let me read some FAQs here. Basically, how important is page experience to ranking? Google search has always seeks to show most relevant content, even if the page experience is subpar. But for many queries, there's a lot of helpful content available. Having a great page experience can contribute to success in search. Also, it says there are many aspects. What aspects of page experience are used for ranking? There are many aspects to page experience, including some listed on this page. While not all aspects may be directly used to inform ranking, they do generally align with success search rankings and are worth attention. It basically is downplaying over and over again how important page experience is specifically to the algorithms. And I'll get into that a little bit more. And one thing is, page experience is not just a page-by-page signal. It also could be a site-wide signal according to the FAQs. So keep that in mind. Again, read that document over. Another thing that happened yesterday or last night, I noticed that Google has updated their ranking. They have a documented page of all the more important ranking updates that they've released over the course of history, from Panda, Penguin, and so forth. Now, that document has been updated. One is they removed the page experience system, and they didn't even remove it. They have this retired section. Google didn't even put it in the retired section. They were completely removed the page experience update, the page experience system from that document. They also completely removed, and they had a retired section. From the retired section, mobile-friendly ranking, page speed, and secure site, HTTPS. They removed 4 sections from that Google algorithm document where they documented all the past big updates from that document all around page experience. They're all gone, symbolizing maybe that those were never real ranking signals in the first place, or not significant ones at least. Google, again, in that document where we asked them about this for the previous thing we were talking about, said page experience update was a concept to describe a set of key page experience aspects for sites to focus on. In particular, it's introduced core web vitals, a new signal that our core ranking systems considered, along with other page experience such as HTTPS that they've also been considering. It was not a separate ranking system. This is in the Google FAQs that they released the other day. It was not a separate ranking system, and it did not combine all these signals into a single page experience signal. It was a concept, and it was not a ranking signal. I'm not sure what's going on. Love your commentary on this. Moving on. Google Search Console, the tool itself is dropping a bunch of stuff. They're dropping the page experience report. That's going away at the end of this year. They're dropping the mobile usability report from Search Console in a few months. And the mobile-friendly test is going away as well. Google said these are all still important, even though we're removing them. I don't know what's going on. It might be around layoffs. It might be just a change, and like Google doesn't care about this stuff anymore. I'm not sure. Very, very interesting. Talking about dropping stuff, Google has also dropped FAQ-rich results from the mobile results for many, 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 many sites. This started around April 5th. Huge drops in FAQ-rich results showing in the mobile search results. I asked Google what's going on. They did not reply, but Glenn Gave spotted this early on, and a lot of people are noticing this. So it's a big change. Not sure what's going on there, but I did ask. Google also launched this week a new feature in the Google Publisher Center called Reader Revenue Manager. And Reader Revenue Manager is a way for publishers to quickly and easily turn on paywall types of content so they could actually go ahead and monetize their content in Google News and so forth, in Google Search. There's a way to go ahead and set your subscriptions. You could say, do you want to have a subscription where people have to pay to access your content, or do you want people to contribute stuff and so forth? There's all this cool stuff in there that you can actually turn on. And with that, Google also launched in Search Console a new report called the Subscribe Content Report, which shows you, lets you measure how your traffic's doing with this paywall content, described content, as well as fixed structured data around your paywall structured data markup and so forth. It's pretty interesting. Google has also expanded the returns and shipping details in the search results to show more often. We saw Google testing this several months ago, or they added it several months ago, and now they're actually expanding it, they said. Also, specifically, a lot of merchants in the US and more countries coming soon. With this, Google also launched a new report to show you how you're doing with those shipping and return details. And they also actually added a new merchant listing structured data for return policy information, which you could access. Again, I wrote about this on April 18th. If you want to learn more about that, check it out. Google has talked about, specifically Gary from Google has talked about, what do you do if you drop for a single keyword or single keyword phrase? He posted this in a SEO office hours. And he basically said it's really uncommon for that to happen, but if it does happen, make sure there's no regional changes, meaning no regional things where you ranked really well in one region but not other regions. If that's not the case, maybe you made some changes to your website that may have impacted that. So definitely take a look at your change logs and your changes to your website. Also, John Mueller said if you cannot block specifically, Google has always said that they want you to block search results, internal search results from being indexed by Google. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You don't have to. But if you get nowhere, they don't want you to go ahead and make sure to show no results found. So if you do a search on your internal website and that produces a no results found or whatever, make sure those are blocked from Google because those could lead to infinite types of stuff. And if you can't do that, Google says block it all. So that's interesting. Google has launched a new generic Google crawler, a new Googlebot called GoogleOther. This other Googlebot was launched this week. It's basically a way to reduce or remove some dependencies on the main Googlebot. And this is primarily being used by Google's internal teams to go ahead and test different things. Otherwise would have been used by Googlebot in general. And Gary from Google basically said, don't dig into this too much. It's not a big deal. But basically, they launched a new Google bot called GoogleOther. If you see that in your crawl logs, that's what it's all about. More information about that yesterday at SEOroundtable.com. Some information about AI search. Google Bard has launched or announced they're launching a new way to offer more variety to the drafts. So Google said when you view the drafts, you'll now see a more wide range of options that are more distinct from each other. Google Bard provides 3 drafts of information. Now they're going to be more distinct from each other. Although Google this morning removed that change log, so I'm not sure if it's going live or there's some type of issue, but they removed it and it's not going live. But Bing Chat has launched new, nicer math formulas, which they announced a few weeks ago, and now it is actually fully live, which they're very proud of, and I guess that was a little bit of a technology challenge. Also, Bing Chat announced that they're going to be able to soon process book-size documents of content, which is going to be great. We also did a poll. I asked search marketers about what their uses of AI search is or AI chat is, and are they using it specifically with ChatGPT, Bing Chat, or Google Bard. And keep in mind, Bard and Microsoft Bing Chat are kind of limited. They're like invite only for the most part. But ChatGPT is open to the world. So obviously the ChatGPT stuff is getting a lot more usage. But I asked people, what are you using more? Traditional search or AI search? And 83% said they're using traditional search more. I use Bing Chat, Google Bard, ChatGPT just to test stuff. I don't find myself going there to search for stuff because one, the hallucinations. Often it just makes stuff up and I don't know what I could trust and what I can't trust, which is super frustrating. So because I can't trust it and ChatGPT doesn't show links and Google doesn't show links, how am I going to go ahead and verify that? Then I asked about how often do you use ChatGPT and all these other things. So definitely take out that poll. It's pretty interesting. I posted that on April 20th as well. Google Business Profile Manager has an issue where I think it's fixed now maybe, but basically it was hiding some business listings you had there. So if you couldn't find them, go check again. I think it's kind of fixed. Google has showed internally an internal presentation where they are using generative AI, not Bard, but generative AI, which is Bard, to help people create Performance Max ads. We actually saw this from Gil a couple weeks ago, where Google actually had used AI to create your ads. That was in the RSAs. It wasn't in Performance Max. This is supposed to be a Performance Max thing, and this is reported by Financial Times. So maybe it's different, but it is coming, and it's no surprise to anybody. Google Ads is looking to surface more search term data. This was announced by Ginny Marvin. I'm not sure when this is going to come, but they're looking to surface more search term data, which they slowly have taken away more and more from advertisers. There's a Google AdSense blog, a zero clicks blog, where AdSense publishers are noticing that the reports are showing they get 0 clicks. And this has been going on since early March. And then it might go update and show them they got more clicks. But there's some weird 0 clicks bugs that are affecting a lot of AdSense publishers, and Google has not responded to that yet. Google Search is testing color swatches in the product grid results. Here is a screenshot of that. That was spotted by Brian and Sad AK, so nice spots there. And also Google is launched, I believe, pricing overlays on the image thumbnails and the snippets. Here's a screenshot of that. That was spotted by Brody Clark and others. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Sorry this was a longer video than normal, but there was a lot more to discuss. Definitely let me know what you think about all these things in the comments. Subscribe, like, and do all that fun stuff. Again, thanks to Wix for sponsoring. Deeply appreciate them, and make sure to subscribe to their monthly newsletter, Searchlight. Everyone have a great, safe, healthy weekend. Speak to you guys later. Bye-bye.